Hi, everybody. It's Joni here at Joni's Journals. And Roger and I are in the craft room today. He's snoozing behind me because it is a really rainy, crummy day here in Florida. Although I guess I shouldn't complain because if I was in New York, I'd be shoveling out of all the snow that everybody seems to be getting. But it is my day off. It's Monday, and I'm hoping to get this video uploaded probably later on today, probably overnight, because when the weather's bad, I don't have much Wi-Fi or internet service. And so I thought I would come along today. I'm just flipping through my journal and hopefully letting you see some of the things I've been doing. I've been playing with paper clip slips. If you want to learn how to make them, they are relatively easy. I have a few in the waiting to be put together. You can go over and you can search up Tracy Fox paperclip slips. And I've been making some little journal cards and adding some charms and slipping them into the journal. But as I promised, I would bring you along to do a lot of the stuff in the journal. I found an old book which is written in Spanish that I acquired back in New York, and I'm just adding some of those pages to the pages in the journal to make it a little bit more interesting. This is one of the journal cards that I showed you the other day, and again, another paperclip slip, which seems to be stuck. And in this one, I added a charm to. I used one of Tracy's grungy background papers and made the little slip and added a little feather charm to it. But this is the journal card that I showed you guys the other day where I added the tissue paper to the top, and I said I wasn't done working on it. Well, I put three little holes in it, and I added a little bow just to give it some interest. And I will be going back and adding some more ephemera to it, but I just wanted to slide it in the journal so that I have it. And I'm just going to put the little slip back. Look how wonderful these are. I wanted to try them. I tried them last night. Well, actually, probably at about 1 o'clock this morning. But what I have been doing is I've been making some tags using the photos. This I put the collage medium on and added some, what are they called? Those little papery kind of stickers and some little mummy cloth from Tim Holtz and some stickers and stuff, and made a couple of tags. But what I came along for today is, as you can see, I'm also adding pockets. And I made this into a belly band. And I've been making pockets and adding them into different pages on the journal, which is something I don't normally do. But I just thought, let me go back to doing things the way I used to do them and start adding some pockets to the pages so that I have a place to slip in the ephemera that I've been making. This is another belly band. This is the card that we worked on where we added the collage medium and then we played with the distress crayons. The other one is the one where we had added some to their clothes. I don't know if you can really tell, but what I did was, with the little girl on the bottom that we added the yellow, I went in with a baby wipe, and I wiped off some of the color on her face because ultimately I didn't really like it. And it was just too yellow. And I played a little bit more with these, I think, after I saw you. But yeah, what I thought that we would do today is we would make some pockets. Now, none of the kits that I've been working with actually have pockets included with them. This is another one of the tags that I made. And so I've been fashioning some on my own. And although we may not get around to decorating them today, I figured I would at least show you what I've been doing. So, as I said, none of the kits come with pockets, and so I have been making some of my own design. And what I've been doing, I just realized, I measure across the page, and my pages are generally, they're all sitting at about a safe space of about 4 1/4 inches. And so I've been measuring out my pockets. Here's another one of the paper clip slips. You can glue them or you can sew them. I've been gluing mine, but I made enough that I want to try sewing them. Yeah, see, here's my measurements for the paper clip slips. I copied it from Tracy. For my center hole pockets, the page is 4 1/4. So I've been making it 4 1/4 by 4 1/2 each piece. I'm wondering if this is glaring. And then what I do is I score on 3 sides at a 1/2 inch, and I'm going to show you how to do this so that I have enough room to fold over and glue my pocket onto my page. And I've also been making little corner pockets, which I don't know if you can really tell. Yeah, I guess you can. I'm just checking my camera again to make sure I'm still filming. And I've been making these 4 by 4 and scoring again at a 1/2 inch on the side and on the bottom and putting a little decorative corner on there with this. I got this on Amazon and it is KW Trio. It gives you 3 different, let me see if I can get my camera, my light out of the way. It gives you 3 different options of how you want to do your corners. So I've been making fancy little corners on that. But what I did was I put some of the cardstock aside and I thought that we could make the pockets together. So remember, this is the corner pocket. Excuse me. And this one is, let's see, 4 by 4 again. And then what I do is I score down. I'm trying to figure out which is the prettier. I think I'll leave that. I score down at 1/2 inch on one side. And then for the bottom of the pocket, I score down at a 1/2 inch again. And then what I do is, like I said once before, when I ink the edges, it makes it a little bit easier for me to know where to cut. And so I ink on my score lines, like so. Okay. So now your piece of cardstock should look like that. And then I take my scissor, and to give me enough room to fold so that there's no interference, if you don't cut it, you're going to have this extra piece here and it's never going to fold right. I cut off the corner. And again, this is one of those things you don't have to measure. Like that. Gives me my room to fold my pocket. And then I cut a little angle at the top, like so. And then a little angle at the bottom, like so. So that when you fold your pocket, your little corners don't interfere. So that's how I make my corner pocket. And I'm just going to take my little fancy tool here and snip off the corner. Well, that didn't come out right. Let's see if we can try that again. There we go. We got our fancy little corner. And then I'll just go and ink around the sides, like so. You don't have to ink. I like inking. I think I've said that before. I do like my things to look a little bit more vintage and grungy. And so I'll just go and ink. And we have another corner pocket. Now for the center, I call it a center pocket because I put the little thumb hole in the center of it and generally center it on the page. This one is actually, I cut these a little bit bigger and I don't really know why, but this one is 4 1/4 by, well, just about 4 1/2. Excuse me. All of a sudden I got a little tickle. Take a sip of my iced coffee. And again, what I'll do is I will score at a 1/2 inch on one side, score at, let's see, 1/2 inch on this side. And then because we want a bottom, this is a center pocket, I'll score at a 1/2 inch. Which side do I want to show more? I think I want this side a little bit more to show. It's a little bit more colorful. I will score again at a 1/2 inch. And so we've made our little center pocket. And then I'm just going to go around and I'm going to ink the edges really quick so that you guys don't get bored. And I'm going to ink the bottom like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut in our corners and cut in our little corner at the top of the pocket so that everything lays nicely when you glue it into your journal. Then what I'll do is I'm going to use my scoreboard as a measuring tool. And I'm going to put a little mark in the center. Okay, so this is about 3.5 inches. I'm seeing here. Maybe I can't use my scoring tool. I think I'm going to use my ruler because I'm confusing myself. Me, like I'm sure a lot of other journal makers, numbers are not my friend. Okay, so see, I was right. It's just about 3.25 inches, which is like 0.87 or something like that. I'm going to make a little mark at what seems to be the center, which is 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. We're going to make a little mark there so that we know where the center of our pocket is. We need that because we're going to cut in our little thumb hole. So I'm going to take my 2-inch circle punch and, oops, you've seen me do this before. Let me get the little pieces out of there. I am going to line up this little arrow here that I can't ever get it so that you guys can see that. But there's a little arrow in the center here. And I'm going to line up that arrow with the mark that I made. And, you know, make sure that it's even around. And I'm trying to make sure I've got it centered here. And I'm going to put in a little snip. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink my top here. And I'm going to ink my thumb hole. Like so. And then I am going to cut my corners off, just like we did with the corner pocket. I'm going to cut it off. Don't cut into the score line because that'll make like a little hole in the bottom of your pocket. Try to cut just below that little piece where the score marks meet. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to trim up my corner like so to the score mark. And then on this side, I'll start at the score mark and trim a little that way. So now we have our center pocket. And we'll fold it over like that. And I'm just going to grab my bone folder and I'm going to flatten out my creases like so and like so. And now our pocket is set to glue into our journal. Okay, did I score on here? Where's the other one we just made? Okay. Oh, I think it was this one. Okay. Let's just score this down and flatten this. Okay. Now, as I've said before, when you fold your edges in on your pockets, always make sure that you fold the bottom of your pocket up last. This helps to avoid things from sticking when you put them in your pockets. And it also will flatten this side out. It's more advantageous to fold the bottom of your pocket up last. It helps to hold the side in. And like I said, it helps to keep things from sticking in. Okay, let's take one of our corner pockets, like so, and our little center pocket, and let's add it to a page in our journal. Okay. How are you all doing? I am actually enjoying my day off. One of my friends, Miss Hazel, commented that she said that I should be relaxing and not fussing with my journal and making videos. How do you like that? I think I kind of like the way the colors match. But I said, Hazel, this is relaxing. Okay, let's glue in our corner pocket. And like I said, you fold the bottom up last. And I'm going to put a little glue just along the edge. I try to get it not in the center of the fold, but more towards the edge of the fold. This way I know that it's grabbing on. And then I will just pick a spot on my page to put my pocket down. I don't want it too close to the binding because I want it to be able to move, and I don't want it to get crushed when I close my book. And there's our corner pocket in the book like that. And let's try to find a page that might be a little busy, too busy for it to be written on. I don't like to put my pockets on pages that are like whiter or, you know, more gray, because I feel like that's a great place to write. Let's see, do we have, nope, we have a couple of those pages in there. Let's see. Well, let's see, will our green match? No, I don't really like the green with that. How about this blue one? Oh, that's the front page as a second signature. Okay, I don't want to put it on that page. And that one's a little too busy. I should have probably picked out where I wanted to put it before I did this. Why don't we put the pocket on the back of the page that has the belly band? This way we don't have to worry about anyone writing on it. Even though it is going against everything I just said about not putting it on pages that are easier to write on, this page already has something on it, so it would be a little bit difficult for you to actually write on it anyway. So let's grab our glue and let's glue in our pocket. And I'm going to check our time after and see if I have enough time possibly to show you how I make my tags. We won't decorate it, but I'll just give you an idea of how you might want to make a tag. Oh, my nose is so itchy. I was fine before, but it's raining again. And so I think it's stirring stuff up. Now, as I said, I don't like to get too close to the center of the book, like the binding area, because I don't want the pocket to get caught. I don't want it to prohibit, you know, the pages from freely folding over. And there we go. We have our little pockets. Now let's just, what do I have here? Okay, here's a journal card I was playing with. Let's see, well, this one, nope, it's too small for that. Okay, how about this? This is a Tim Holtz picture. And we can just slide that in there like that. Okay, I'll leave that there for now. And then where did we do our little corner pocket? Yep. Okay, Joni, where'd you put it? Oh, I remember, it's on the back of this page. And let's see if I have something that might fit. Okay. These are other little photos I was playing with to see if I wanted them in the journal. And see, and that pocket works fine too. So there you go. We did some pockets. And we got that done. Now, let's just put the book on the side here. And let me put my pin in my glue. So yeah, I want to say hi to everyone and hi to my new subscribers. Let me clean some of this mess up here. I'm up to 848 subscribers, or 849. How exciting. Okay, this is a piece of Tim Holtz cardstock that I just went looking for to try and match my colors up. And these, again, are two of the pictures from the Joyful Youth digital collection. Now, what I do generally is I like to have little corners, and by that I mean little corners on my tags. I don't like my corners to be too deep this way. So in other words, I won't cut off this much. I don't want that big of a corner. And you've probably seen people do this before. So what I'll do is I'll cut on a small angle this way and create just a very shallow corner I don't know if you can see that. And this is a trick I learned long ago. This is the corner piece we took off. Then what I'll do is I will flip it over to the other side and hold it on my other side of my tag and just cut along it so that I get a duplicate corner on the other side. So you can see our corners are relatively even in size. At least I hope they are. And then what I've been doing is I have been taking my slot punch, which is this one, the ID card punch, and centering it as best as I can onto my tag. This has a very shallow space from the tip of it to where it actually holds onto the paper. So I like this. I can't go too far down and make my hole too far into the tag. I don't want to do. Center it, and then I'll cut in my little slot. I'm not going to do this, but I'm going to give you an idea of how this will look. I take my photo and I put it in the middle. And you're probably all really bored saying, wow, how exciting is this, Joni, really? And then I've been making little labels for the bottom here. And I'll add the label onto the bottom and decorate it up. Let's see, let me grab one out of the book that I did. Here's one. And then I have these little, oh, that's what they're called, little like vellum stickers. And I added that and some little stuff on the bottom and some ribbon. And that's how I've been making my tags. So yeah, guys, I'm going to go and I'm going to look and see if I can try and sew some of these paper clip slips. And like I said, I'm not going to show you how to make them. Search up Tracy Fox paper clips, and you'll see how she does it. It's really simple. And in fact, she includes them in a lot of her kits now. They're in the steampunk kit. They're in the, oh, excuse me. They're in the printmaker kit. And I know they're in other kits, the vivid florals. So yeah, you can make them on your own, which is what I've been doing because I've had a lot of scraps laying around. But she does include them in a lot of her kits. So yeah, that's about it for now. And like I said, I will keep coming back and I will be working on the journal without you. But whatever I do, I will be showing you so that you can come along and make the journal cards with me like we've done. And I will do a video showing how I complete one of the tags too. This is a little piece of ephemera that I made a while ago, which I'll probably include in the kit. It's made out of one of those oversized playing cards and some napkins and stuff. And I'll probably be sliding that in. I have ephemera laying around that I haven't had journals. Oops, I'm sorry I moved you. That I haven't had journals to include it in. And yeah, so I will be coming back and showing you how to make the tags because I want to stock this journal full of ephemera, and unlike my ones that I've been making, I'm going to add stuff into it as well. Okay? So, yeah, guys, you take care. Sending love and hugs. And please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to you soon. Okay, guys? Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care for now. Bye-bye.